shot. That is magnificent.
Oh, baby. How good was that point? Oh, what a dig. Magicianal from Federer.
He's the best I ever played, and I ever saw. Of course on hand, on clay, a little bit different.
2007, now we know, was last season of Federer's prime. He won Australian Open without dropping a set. Round of 16 he played against Novak Djokovic, and then another erotic match in the semis, but this time it was over in 1 hour and 23 minutes. Match was more famous for a post-match interview than the match itself.
Being there at the end of that.
It was frustrating. You know, it was miserable. It sucked. It was terrible. Besides that, it was fine.
Final was against Fernando Gonzalez. I would say there were two tier of players occupying top of men's tennis in the beginning of 21st century, excluding Roger Federer and later on Rafa Nadal. Players who won 1 or 2 Grand Slams and reached number 1 for however briefly, like Safin, Hewitt, Roddick, Federer. Second tier, where Fernando Gonzalez belonged to, players who won 10 or so tournaments, 1 or none of them were Masters 1000. They hang out in top 10 for 2 to 4 seasons, usually had one shot that was, for that time, working on elite level. For Fernando Gonzalez that was his forehand, and usually had a career peak by reaching Grand Slam final or Masters final, which in that time, in my opinion, was a little bit harder to do. The Big Three era would see surge of those kind of players. When they found themselves in the finals, you could predict with 99% certainty that the member of the Big Three would win, regardless of who it was. Fernando Gonzalez was among the first in line of those kind of players. Most of the excitement in the match came in the first set. Gonzalez was serving for the first set and had 2 set points, 5-4 and 40-15, but Chilean lost both of them. First, after a long rally that ended with Federer's winner at the net, and second with Gonzalez's unforced error on his forehand. In the 12th game of the first set, Gonzalez saved 4 set points before forcing the tiebreak. Tiebreak was one-sided and Federer won it 7-2. Next 2 sets were similar. Federer broke Gonzalez once every set, without Chilean having a single break point himself, and after 2 hours and 20 minutes, final result was 7-6, 6-4, 6-4. Federer won his 10th Grand Slam title. Many claimed that that was Federer's best Grand Slam performance. He won the tournament without dropping a set. He got closest to perfection a player can get to, so the question was what is next for him. It was expected that he would lose motivation to play smaller tournaments, but there was always a rivalry with Rafael Nadal, in other words winning Roland Garros, and chasing record number of Grand Slams set by Pete Sampras at 14. After Australian Open and win in Dubai, Federer has found himself in a situation where he did not win neither Indian Wells and or Miami. That hasn't happened since 2003. Interestingly enough, both defeats came from the same player, Guillermo Cañas, but there was no doubt that Federer was ready for clay season and new matches with Nadal. The duo would play twice before Roland Garros, first in Monte Carlo, where Nadal won 6-4, 6-4, and second time where, finally, Federer found a way to beat Nadal and snap his 81 matches long winning streak on clay. That led many people to believe that Federer finally found a way to deal with Nadal and his game on clay, but they forgot to take in account that Nadal was tired from already winning Indian Wells, Monte Carlo, Rome and Barcelona, and that he needed rest before Roland Garros. In normal circumstances, both Federer and Nadal would not play Hamburg, but they wanted to show solidarity with Hamburg tournament, who was in danger of losing its master status, which eventually we all know happened. Not to mention the bounce of the ball was always a little lower than in Rome and Paris, so that suited Federer's game more. Just remember all the success Federer had in Hamburg, winning that tournament 4 times. 2007 Roland Garros final was a final in 4 sets. Federer was active in attacking Nadal's serve, but conversion of break opportunities was horrible, only 1 of 17. Nadal played perfect when he needed to, and that was the difference. In second game of the 3rd set, Nadal broke Federer's serve, and momentum and control completely went on his side, and there was no stopping King of Clay. Result was 3-6, 6-4, 3-6, 4-6. First time after 2003, Federer decided to skip Halle due to fatigue and needed rest. But when the ATP found out that injury is not the reason for missing out the tournament, they issued a penalty to Federer. But having to pay financial fine and risking upsetting organizers of Halle tournament, which they were upset, or better say disappointed, was worth it because Federer showed in Wimbledon rested, energized and ready for another title run. Also, it is worth mentioning that Roger called director of Halle tournament Ralph Weber personally. Players oftentimes leave that to their agents. He got to the final of Wimbledon losing only one set in quarterfinals against Federer. In the final, Federer won the first set 9-7 in tiebreak, although he had opportunities to finish the first set quicker. Nadal leveled the score by breaking Federer in 10th game of the second set, while the third set was another tiebreak poorly played by Nadal, so it was 2-1 for Federer. Nadal was ruthless at the beginning of the fourth set and broke Federer twice, but towards the end of the set Federer started playing better and he was ready for the fifth set. Federer broke Nadal in the sixth game of the final set, and after that match was decided 7-6, 4-6, 7-6, 2-6, 6-2. After the final, Federer was glad that he was able to keep the straight boundary between Nadal and himself. You get Roland Garros, I get Wimbledon. But in a year, little did he know all of that will change. It was clear that Nadal is becoming the second best player on grass in the world. He certainly had an easier time pressuring Federer on grass than Federer had Nadal on clay. Federer's level of game will slightly drop, Nadal's will elevate, and all will come together in what many consider the greatest Grand Slam match of all time. Federer reached Canada Masters final without dropping a set, but there he lost to Novak Djokovic, who at the beginning of the season was outside of top 10, and at Canada Masters he was already a top player. That was the first victory ever for Djokovic over Federer after 4 losses, and in the final it is always a good time to record your first victory over anybody. Federer again chose to play back-to-back Masters so close to a Grand Slam, but this time it went great. He won Cincinnati, beating Blake in the final. Federer in the US Open played familiar faces like Roddick and Davydenko. Unlike previous 2 finals where it was 3-1, this was in straight sets, but it was equally difficult if not more. Both players were struggling, but it was Djokovic who missed the bigger opportunities to win the first set. He broke Federer in the 11th game and had the 6-5 and 40 love to win the first set, but one forehand winner by Federer and 2 unforced errors by Djokovic later, and 3 sets points were gone. After that, Djokovic had 2 more set points and made 2 unforced errors trying to convert them. Soon after that, Federer broke Djokovic and won the set in tiebreak 7-4. Towards the end of the set, Djokovic made few crucial double faults, which Federer was very grateful for. Second set, Djokovic got a break, held it for 1 game, and then Federer broke Djokovic and the score was leveled at 4-4. Djokovic had another 2 set points in 12th game, but this time on Federer's serve, and he did not convert it. Difference the entire match was that Djokovic served double faults in most important moments, while Federer was serving aces and winners. Federer again won the set in a tiebreak, and this time even easier 7-2. Djokovic had 3 break opportunities in the 5th game of the 3rd set, but Federer saved all 3 of them with little help of Djokovic when he did not play a ball that he thought it was out, but landed exactly on the line. Finally, in the 10th game of the 3rd set, Federer converted second championship point. Even though it was a straight sets victory, match was much closer than the results suggest. Djokovic made some errors in crucial moments and played too aggressively, pushing the ball too deep, wanting to do too much too quickly, without properly building a point. In the time to come, Djokovic will slowly improve on all of those things and challenge Federer in an even more intense way than ever before. But for now, Federer was undisputed number 1, the ruler of the tennis world. It is generally accepted that US Open of 2007 marked the end of Federer's prime. Although he will meet plenty of more success in the years to come, it won't be to this degree. To finish the season, he played 4 more tournaments and he won 2 of them, Basel and Tennis Masters Cup. He played in Madrid and this time even in Bercy, but Nalbandian found himself in a blind panic of existential crisis of what he has done with his career and his talent, so he decided to win 2 consecutive Masters 1000 titles. If he only had those winning streaks more often. Looking at Federer's golden years and trying to explain them would be impossible. I really mean that. People oftentimes have wrong idea about success, that if you keep your head down and grind, that you can reach the highest level. But no amount of grinding and shoving your face in icy water will help you with Federer. It's God's given talent that nobody can explain, that only few other people possess. In 2008, tennis tides will begin to change the tennis landscape, announcing something new to come. While still being successful, Federer's form will drop, and other players will take advantage of that. Nadal will make full transformation of his skills onto grass and lift his first grass court trophies. Djokovic will give us a sneak peek into his future greatness, and Andy Murray will rise to the top in a very powerful way. But perhaps the most important thing will be birth of a rivalry between four players that will be so fierce, so competitive, so long-lasting that it will forever change our understanding and appreciation of this beautiful game.